So late change of opponent for you, which is never ideal, is it? But just give us your thoughts on that.
Whenever I ever had a straight road in this boxing, Andy, it's always been a late change or a pull out, or I've cut, like boxed in Madison Square Gardens with a broken hand. I've had cuts, I've had postpone, I've had people pull out, people not get out the hotel rooms. It's never been straight, so I'm always prepared for something.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Giulio Venosi, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Wouldn't come out of his hotel room.
Nah. I mean, the weight was agreed 2 weeks previous, but for some reason he just tried to get more money. I don't know, it's a bit crazy.
It's been an interesting career you've had because, you know, the ability, no one's ever doubted the ability. I remember talking to you down at Adam's gym, I think just after you'd signed with Wasserman. That was kind of the start of the second phase of your career almost, and you were explaining how you'd had to go and see a psychologist because you developed this kind of mental block around fight week where you would work yourself into such a kind of state of anxiety basically about performing well and winning and impressing, that by the time the fight came around your battery was just completely flat. And I just thought it was an interesting subject to address, but also to be that open about it, because people don't normally. I know we're in this time now where everybody's encouraged to talk more, but for professional athletes, particularly fighters, they usually leave that stuff until they're retired.
Well, I remember back in 2018, 2019, for fight week, I always used to stock up on Lemsip and used to put it in my room and used to just be sitting drinking Lemsip even when I wasn't sick. You know what I mean? Like for these fights, getting ready, and I was just in the back of my mind thinking, I might, if it comes on. And then obviously, imagine that in COVID, when I was boxing in lockdown, when I'm trying to drop 15 pounds in the morning of a weigh-in, like all these factors, like a high pressure fight, and just one thing rolled onto another, no sleep, thinking I was getting sick constantly, no sleep. Like, it was more even outside of boxing. I started like, when my kids weren't, I was thinking I need to keep them clean, don't let them get dirty, and it was just crazy. It was just that I was becoming extreme hypochondria, and like that's what I was suffering with. But we're past that now. I'm feeling I'm just a new person, just living life just freely.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Unlocking potential is what everybody's looking to do, whatever walk of life they're in. But you're doing it kind of in the public eye, and it can be very, very complicated. I mean, were there points at which you worried that maybe you just wouldn't be able to do it? You wouldn't kind of find the answers to keep all this kind of under control?
100%. Adam said after the fight, he said, I'm never doing a fight week like that ever again.
Was it Avanesyan?
Yeah, he said, I'm never doing a fight week like that ever again. I won't put myself through it. I remember him having a talk with one of the lads on fight week, and without me knowing obviously, and he said, the guy was like, I think it was like Wednesday or Thursday, he said, listen, Josh can't box. Why is he boxing? Well, he says, you've got no choice now. It's already been rescheduled twice. Well, we're down this road, we've got no choice. He says, the only thing I've got is the towel. That's the thing I can save him with, because that unwritten rule between boxer and fighter where I'm never going to quit, I'm just going to keep getting back up, but it's your job to be able to say, yeah, I think he's had enough. So he said that unknowingly to me, but I had like nearly 9 shots of caffeine to get myself out the changing rooms. I thought I was having a heart attack on stage as I was walking down there, but my head was so like quiet as if I was asleep. It was the most bizarre thing I've had to deal with. But yeah, Adam said you need to go and see someone and just don't think about boxing. Don't even think about boxing till you've sorted yourself out. It's just walk away from boxing. If you're a happier man, walking away. And I knew boxing was what's in it. It's what I've done from a kid, and all I did was just let pressure from the outside come within. And literally, like pressure's from the outside all the time, Andy. It's other people's opinions. It's the stage. It's this guy's opinions. That guy. It's what she says. It's what he says. It's what he thinks. At the end of the day, 50, 60 years from now, I'm in the ground. So who really cares? Do you know what I mean? And it'll be probably less for you. So
it probably will be. So would you say you take a kind of fatalistic approach to it now, almost, and that you there are things you can control and there are things that you can't. You control the things you can, and then on the night, particularly the higher the level you go to, what happens is what happens.
That's what. When it comes down to it all, factually, that's exactly what happens with every fight. Like people say, I've trained so hard, I can't get beat this fight. But
yeah, you can always
like
get
you
beat.
can always get beat, and you can always win, and there's potential you can always draw. So then three things are all what's going to happen on the night. You just got to just do the best preparation you can up until fight night, and then fight the best you can, give 110%, enjoy it, and let the rest take care of itself. Because as long as you do that, then as long as you do that, then you've got no doubts. As long as you prepare, the result will take care of itself. So it's just like, I'm done with like talking about stuff like that. Really, it's a bit weird.
Yeah, it's funny because I think people find that quite surprising from elite level professionals. They feel like with the resources now and the science and all the rest of it, that you should be able to guarantee a level of performance and therefore guarantee something, but you can't guarantee anything.
You can't. I mean, if someone, you can get into a scientific point where you say they're on point to perform, but they go in that ring and the mind goes off, then the whole thing falls apart. Like, I believe training is probably, it's a lot to do with your mind, but training is more physical. Fight night's 90% mental, 10% physical. The hard work's already been done. So now it's just time to turn and switch it on and just do what you do best in there. For me, not think.
So sitting there now, what's your honest aim for Saturday night? Is it just get in there and enjoy yourself? Get
in there and enjoy it. Little experiences through life, Andy. Like, literally, I'm going to be sat there. If I was sat there when I'm 50 or 60, sat there, can't do anything, can't move, probably really fat because I've ate too much, and I probably sat there thinking, why was I worried about all that bollocks back in the day? I could have just enjoyed all that, you know what I mean? And the result would have took care of itself. Because that's what I did. That's what I did for the first fight back with Wasserman. That's what I did against Troy Williams. And that's what I did for my last fight. So that's what I'm just going to continue doing. I'm a winner. Some people are inherently winners. I know for a fact when me and my brother do things, especially when we're younger, I need to win. Well, he could take a loss. I can't. I struggle to take a loss. So I know if we're running from me at the end of the corridor, if you're beating us, I'm definitely tripping you up, so I win. Do you know what I mean? I'm one of them guys, so that's never going to come out of it. Just because I'm not putting any pressure on the fight, doesn't mean I don't want to win. I want to win just as much as before. But I'm just going to enjoy it, because who's telling me which is the right way to do this? Like, this is the right way. When I spar, I just go in there and enjoy it. Dance and sing and punch and skip and move, and that's what I'm going to do there on Saturday, and fight if needs be. I like to fight.
I mean, I don't feel like you would need to trip me up. You know, just for the record, I don't really think that would need to
not
happen.
in them ones. You could have some speed in them compared to mine.
Well, yeah.
You could have some speed in them compared to mine. I don't know about the trousers; they're a bit tight.
So, but you must have. Obviously, you've still got ambitions and aims and things that you want to achieve, and maybe things that, you know, were you not to become a professional world champion, for example, would you leave boxing unhappy?
There'll be a part of it where I'm like, I think I'm as talented. I'm talented enough to become world champion. 100%. There's been people less talented than me become world champion. So I believe I'm tough enough, talented enough, and sharp enough, and fit enough to become a world champion. But what's written, as long as I try my best, what's written is written. So I'm just going to go along with the script